Welcome to Book Time with Ryan. I am Ryan, and today I'll be talking about Nick Harkaway's Titanium Noir. This is the US cover, probably obviously since I'm in the US. And it came out 2 days ago, or a day ago, 2 days ago. I was able to pick it up on Monday. Today is Wednesday. I finished it today. I'm a slow reader, but it was a page turner, and man, was it cool. I was going to possibly leave this for tomorrow, but the thing I found with Nick Harkaway books, I can't wait very long to talk about them because they're so complicated and intricate that if I wait too long, I'm going to start losing stuff. So I decided I was going to come down and do it tonight, later than I wanted to, but I loved it. 5 stars. Everything I've read of Nick's, I said 5 stars, and I didn't true in 5 stars. I didn't know anything going into this book, what it was about. It's cool. It's a cool cover. And it has this kind of cool inside the dust jacket city skyline kind of thing. But it was awesome. So what is it? What is this book? It's hard to describe. And that's pretty much, I think, every review that I've done of a Nick Harkaway book, I've said it's hard to describe. It's hard to categorize. And I love that because this is exactly what I look for. This is exactly what I want to find in a book. And the fun thing about Nick's books are, at least for the ones I've read so far, which is all of them except for the one nonfiction, I never know where we're starting in the story or where it takes place. The first book I ever read was Tigerman. I thought it was on a real island in the Indian Ocean, I think. I was operating under that assumption for a while, and I Googled it, and eventually I just found articles about other people, or at least comments about other people Googling this landmass when reading Tigerman. So it didn't exist. It was fake. I think Angel Maker was kind of the same way, and Gone Away World, maybe. Namen, certainly. So I don't know where this takes place, but it does take place on Earth. It takes place on Earth because there are some countries or areas that are named that are areas that we have. So I think it's kind of like the way DC Comics does it, where Metropolis is not Gotham, is not a real place, but it exists in a real area. So it's in the United States, but Metropolis and Gotham are fictional cities. I get the feeling that's what's going on here. Our main character is Cal Sounder, and Cal is awesome. He's a character I really like. He's funny in a dry way. He's witty. He's great, and he's a good guy. He is basically a contract detective. He works with the police force when when people are involved called Titans. And Titans are... Oh, I should have worn my Tennessee Titans hat. Why didn't I do that? Titans are extremely rich people who took an injection that made them bigger and stronger and healthier and repaired any kind of broken parts, scars, deterioration in their bodily functions, whatever. They took an injection and made them larger, and some have taken more than one injection, and that has made them even larger and larger and larger. We're talking wingspans of something like 12 or 14 feet. Sometimes, and it's very rare. The Titans are very rare. It's all controlled by, it's such a hard name to remember. So the main guy, who's very old, and also the injections are of something called Titanium 7, T7. It's a genetic therapy, and it also makes you basically live forever. And you can kind of re-up your dosage every so often when things deteriorate a little bit. So the person who really created that was Stefan, and these names are hard to remember. They're hard to spell out. Tonfem Makaska. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't know. I'll say it. So he kind of created this. He developed it, and it's controversial, it's extremely expensive, and it's limited to they've limited who gets it. But every so often, a Titan is involved in some kind of crime. And either they're the victim or they are the criminal. But the regular police force doesn't want to deal with it because it's a very sensitive political topic. So Cal is brought in to kind of work that part of it, to work the Titan angle. His girlfriend that he used to have, that he helped through her medical emergencies, is now a Titan. Her name's Athena. We basically start this book with a murder. What looks like a murder. There's an extremely tall man who's in his 90s, but looks like he's probably in his 50s or 40s, 50s. And he's dead. He has a hole in his head, some kind of small caliber gun. And they don't know much about him. His name's Roddy. Cal Sounder starts trying to figure out what's going on. And he visits a number of people, and things start to seem like they're going to form around a few of his ideas, but then things change, and he has other ideas, and more things change. And by the end of it, I think it's a surprise. Although by the very end, I had a suspicion. But, it's like with 10 pages left. So I've probably exceeded the time frame where if I figured it out, it would be insightful. It's just eventually you're going to figure it out. By the end. Cal also gets in trouble. And it's not clear why he gets in trouble. He's talking to somebody who Roddy liked. And she is injured and he's shot. And has to make a recovery. Other people, including a Titan, engage him, and he's really trying to just get through it and figure out what's going on, because this Stefan is extremely powerful, extremely rich, super rich, richest person on the planet maybe, and he can get you, and he probably has. He's probably killed people. So Cal's trying to figure out why this Titan Roddy died, who killed him, suspects it was probably another Titan. But when you enter that Titan world, it's a very close-knit community, a lot of it's family. And because of that, there's a lot of deception and there's a lot of misdirection and kind of circling the wagons for the family. And it's made awkward because he does like one of them, Athena, and she loves him, and they're always on the brink of starting a relationship again. So that's where we are with it. Like, it's like I feel like every time I do a review of Nick Harkaway's books, there's so much I don't want to say because it's just fun to discover it along the way. And that happens here too. It's noir. It's kind of a sci-fi thriller mix. It's a thriller, mystery, sci-fi book. Noir. I don't know. It's one of those things. I just have trouble explaining his books, but I love them, and they keep you guessing, and they're engaging, and really, I love his characters. And Cal is another one of those characters that I was actually laughing. I did the LOL thing, right? Like that's LOL, laughing out loud. I was alive when that became a thing, so don't come at me, all right? I was in those AOL chat rooms. I was actually laughing out loud, not typing LOL and not really laughing. I laughed out loud and I said, this is actually pretty funny, these parts. And they are. And that's what I love about his work. So check it out. It just came out 2 days ago. It comes out in the UK a little bit later. I don't know when exactly it's coming out in the UK, but it's out in the United States. The UK cover looks really cool too. It's out in the United States. I keep saying Titan. Titanium Noir by Nick Harkaway. Awesome book. And really, you don't have to read these in order, but if you haven't read Nick Harkaway, read his stuff. It's so good. It's so good. His dad's famous, but his style is so different from his dad's that he is, and I feel like I need to say this every time, his work stands on its own. This is not well, I liked his dad's work, so I'll like his because it's genetically similar person. It stands on its own. It's very different from every other work. And really, for me, it stands out on its own from most other authors. Like, it really does fit in this really unique area, and continuously is difficult to review because there's so many twists and turns, and I don't want to ruin it for you. So I just say this again. Read it. Read Titanium Noir. Read Namen. Read Tigerman. Read Angel Maker. Read Gone Away World. Read Ian Truan's The Price You Pay and Seven Demons. They're just fun books. They're so good. They're so well written. They really feel natural, and they take you to a different place. It's in a familiar world, but the settings are very unfamiliar, and I think that keeps you a little unsettled as the reader, because you don't know what could happen. You don't know how far things could go, and kind of where the society is. 5 stars. Titanium Noir. Nick Harkaway. Get it now. Read it. Let me know what you think about it, because I loved it, and I'm letting you know that. Thanks. Have a good one.